And now we are live on a Wednesday night to talk about Bridesmaids. Trying to think. Do we have announcements? Yes, we've got one announcement at least. And that's our contest.
Yes. We also need to do what we always do.
Oh, yeah. And
Post
send
it
the
on
link.
Facebook.
Now that I wish the link actually became available before we log in.
It does actually. I posted it on the Dolphin Dale already.
Oh, you've already got that one? So I
On
won't
that
hit that
yes.
again, but let me get into it. Maybe I'll put it on my page, my regular page. Let's do some sharing here. App not set up. That doesn't. What? I guess I won't be sharing it to that page
Man.
because it keeps saying the app is not set up. It is in developmental mode and you don't have access to it.
Okay. Well, it's shared on my page and it's shared on Dolphin Dale.
Maybe if you tag me
I
in
did.
the page, it'll show on my page.
I just tagged you.
And let me look at my page. Well, that's the Dolphin-Dale page. Well, this I
You're a
really
terrible
have.
host.
I am a terrible host, and I don't know what. Partly because I just need to figure out all of this technology, and it is on my page. So,
Okay.
all right. So then we need to talk about the contest. Remind
Yes.
people there's a contest going on. It's a multimedia contest for type 1 diabetes awareness that will be running through the month of November. It'll end on November 29th, and we'll try to draw on the 30th. And $50, a couple books,
Mm-hmm.
and a session with Mandy's husband, Vin, on screenwriting or acting, whichever one is you're most passionate about, and that will be the prizes. And you can go to the live stream that we did on Sunday and see what we're looking for. And and we've got Goose 69, which is a heavy metal channel out of Brazil, is our first entry. And he did a great job, and appreciate that. And looking forward to seeing more. I suspect that around the weekend we probably will see more entries coming into the contest. So, all right, so that's that announcement out of the way. I guess next we'll talk about Bridesmaids.
We need to announce your brand new Facebook page that
Oh
people
yeah,
should be going to.
yeah, so for everybody wondering what's going on, it looks like I'm trying to get high tech here with all this live streaming, and now I got a Facebook page, and so I get up Monday morning and I get this message from Mandy that says, "Call me." So I
Is
do.
that how it said it? Call me.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
how
think
I
that's
read
how.
it.
I don't think
That
that's how it went down.
that's how I read it. It's text doesn't give a tone of voice, so I just added that. I thought it was a creative.
Okay.
Anyway, so I call her and she asked me about this page, and I'm like, that sounds like a pretty good idea. She says, good, because it's halfway done anyway. But I do think it's a good idea. And let's see here. So I don't look quite so. Get some lights on here so I don't look quite so pink in the face. Though I still look a little pink, don't I?
You look very
Anyway,
pale. You should go outside.
yeah. Anyway, so I like the idea. I like the idea of being able to post things directly to people. No, not having to deal with what I post, just ramblings out of my mind on any given day. This will be focused and relevant, and I just need to learn how to work the page better. I'm still a little lost when I go to the page and try to figure out how to do stuff. But we will be kind of doing a lot with that page. So if you are subscribed here and want to keep up specifically with what we're doing, that will be a good source. Is to go to Dolphandale on Facebook and hit that like. Anything to beat these algorithms, because I think any of my VC friends who have smaller channels like I do can attest to the fact that just trying to get some involvement and get some attention is pretty tough, and so that's what we're trying to do. I mean, I'm not trying to be huge, but I would like to be able to reach out a little bit more, and so we'll be working on that page, and also maybe try to let me know if you got stuff going on. To my fellow vinyl community folks, if you've got stuff going on, maybe I can help promote it on that page as well too. Anything helps, I know. So, all right. So we got the new page this week. We got the new contest running. Now what am I forgetting?
I think that's it.
Am I forgetting anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, Bridesmaids. And, wow, that was a long movie.
It was a long, excellent movie.
Yeah, so how did that thing kick off? It kicked off. Oh, I know how it kicked off. In a way, it kicked off like Psycho.
It did, yes.
Yeah, in
a
bedroom.
Yep.
And I'm glad that it wasn't any more graphic than
that was a little bit of an
was.
unnecessary scene, wasn't it?
It was. All right. Everybody will understand. I'm trying to get Jake off my modem.
Well, since you're dealing with Jake, what can I do?
And throwing stuff. Jake, get off there, boy. Well, okay, go ahead.
Man. Terrible host.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
I already showed him. Sebastian was right here on my lap. I already
showed him.
You missed it.
I missed him.
You missed it, yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, I was, I didn't know what kind of movie I was in for at that point. Yeah. So, unlike the other movie, though, I guess it was setting up the fact that she was unhappy in her relationship.
Yeah.
And what was her name?
Annie.
Annie, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And you saw it today, and you didn't remember.
I saw it today. I don't remember any of the characters' names.
It's been a minute since I've watched it.
So I will probably end up referring to them as maybe the shows that I know them from.
Gotcha.
Because I don't know. It just didn't seem like they were really. I just didn't catch names.
Well, I know one name that you caught because I was going to mention this. Rose Bryn. This is our Burn, whatever. This is our second movie of hers that we've had to review. So what's up with that?
Well, I didn't pick this movie now.
I didn't pick this movie.
Yes, you most certainly brought it up.
I mean, I bring up a lot of things. You jumped right on it.
No, well, we were talking about it when we were talking about in our first live stream with Irresistible, right?
Yes.
And I believe a couple of the guys in that live stream said, yes, you need to do a review. You need to do. So we're going to blame Eric
Your
Weinbender.
infatuation with Rose. I don't even know her last name, but you do.
Byrne, Byrne, right?
You tell me.
The only reason I know that is because there's a comic book artist with the same last name.
Gotcha.
All right. So we're going to blame Eric Weinbender.
Okay.
And hopefully Eric will appreciate that when he finally gets around to watching this live stream. And who else are we going to blame? I think we blame Danny Powers.
I'm not sure. There was a couple comments on the last one about.
Yeah. So if Dan Powers watches this, I'm blaming you. If I'm wrong, let me know.
But
I won't blame you.
We talked about this movie years ago at work, and you
We
would
did?
not watch it because you called Melissa McCarthy foul mouth something. I remember. Remember foul mouth.
I am not a Melissa McCarthy fan.
I know.
And there's been a few movies that I've seen that I've liked her characters. But a lot of times I don't.
I like her a lot.
I was mixed on this movie with her. I liked her in the Bill Murray did a film that I can't think of what the name is right off the top of my head.
St. Vincent.
St. Vincent. Yeah, she played a mother in that, and I liked her in that. Seemed to me
that was the most opposite Melissa McCarthy movie ever.
Really?
She doesn't play herself at all.
And I went ahead and gave this movie a try.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I'm probably going to have to watch it again because I'm trying to remember if I liked it or not. I think there were some things in there. Was it this one or another one that I saw that I thought, I am not big on gross out humor, and I'm not just gross out humor. But now I am noticing one other thing about this movie.
Is that your girlfriend?
There's my girlfriend on the front. I did not do that intentionally.
Sure.
But you'd be surprised because I also have.
No, that's a great movie. Have you watched that?
Yes.
Okay. Didn't like it?
Yes, but I like Sandra.
Okay.
So I can't, but it's been a minute since I've watched either one of them, so I'll have to watch them again to see, for me to, I guess I'm just getting old. I can't really.
Yeah, remember. We could get like Ginkgo Biloba to sponsor our live streams.
You should acknowledge your offspring.
My offspring's right here beside me.
Oh, is she? There she is. The chip off the old block.
Yeah.
Your mini me that looks more like you every single day. So yeah, I liked her all right in this. The casting wasn't bad. I'm trying to remember. I need to pull it up. I got in here kind of late. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember the name of the actor that was playing Kristen Wiig's boyfriend.
The cop? Or
No. I've never seen him before. The one that she wasn't happy with.
John Hamm.
Oh, yeah. I like him.
Yeah,
Probably,
the other
it was
one,
kind of an odd role for him.
Yeah. I think he's not credited in this. I think I read that somewhere.
Is he not? Yeah, well, I'm looking at the Bridesmaids cast on Google, and I'm not even seeing him. Well, see, he was so ashamed of the role.
No. I believe I read that he is known for not comedy, so he didn't want to put his name on it to deter people from watching it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have heard. I have heard Ham's name thrown around at times as a potential Batman. And so I guess he probably isn't better known for serious acting and maybe action films. But yeah, so I was a little surprised to see him. I thought, well, that's kind of an odd role for him. But
yeah.
So you might have to walk us through, like I did with Psycho. You might have to walk us through this because I don't know that I remember the exact path
You just watched
that
it
we
today.
took. I know.
So
All right. So they had the
that
scene
happens, right?
with the two of them, and then they left. And I know she met with
Maya
Rudolph's character at the diner.
Yes. Lillian. I can see it in your. You don't know her name.
Right, Lillian.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And then they went and did yoga in the park for free.
Oh hilarious. Yes, that was funny. And I was looking for more Terry Crews in this movie.
No, I think that's it.
That was it.
Yeah.
And it was a good scene.
Yeah, it was really funny.
But I like Terry Crews. I was wanting to see more of him.
No. Did you take any notes as to what happens next?
No.
Man, I was going to rely on you.
You were going to rely on me.
Yeah. So what happens next? She gets fired from her job, right?
Well, that was one of the scenes that come later. I think at first there's a scene with her at her job, and she didn't get fired the first time. I think but her boss clearly wasn't happy with the way she was treating. She depressed an engaged couple.
Yeah, right.
And they walked out, and he was kind of like, and that's when they did the comparison with the other employee.
Yeah, that was funny too.
Yeah, and then
she doesn't have her rent for her apartment.
Yeah,
it's just going down the trail of bad luck for her.
Right.
So then she goes to Lillian's to tell her all the bad things that have happened, and she tells her she's engaged.
Yeah. You
remember?
And huh?
Is your medication kicking in? You remember?
Well, it's just that they went back and forth so much, and I was having a hard time figuring out. I mean, it's easier to follow a movie like Psycho because there's a clear path to where we're going with it. Whereas this movie felt like it kind of meandered around, but that's like regular life. I mean, you go familiar places and things
Maybe
happen.
You just didn't have the attention span or intelligence to follow.
Oh, wow.
I mean, because I didn't think it was that bad.
Okay, so at some point, we ended up at the diner.
What diner? We were already at the diner. They went to the
diner or we were at a restaurant.
Yeah, and then they went to to work out.
No, oh well, all right, but I'm talking about.
Did we go back to the diner? I don't think so.
When did she meet Rose? Oh no, they had that get together.
Let's go back because her name is Helen. In the
Helen.
It's not Rose. You're not on a first name basis with this woman. No matter how many of her movies you try to sneak into our reviews.
Okay, so
she meets her at the engagement party. I thought.
Was that what that was? Was an engagement party announcement type thing?
Mm-hmm.
Now, was that before or after she got stopped by the cop the first time?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you know what? She might have got stopped by the cop before Maya Rudolph told her she was engaged because that added to her bad day. Brake lights were out on her car.
Oh, yeah. but she flirted her way out of it
She did.
because the cop remembered her bakery,
Yes.
which, what was that? Baby cakes or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. But
This might be our worst review yet.
we did watch this movie.
We did.
And I literally just watched this movie. So she got stopped by the cop and flirted her way out.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think how well I liked these characters.
I
I think
like
he
the
was
cop.
maybe my favorite character in the movie.
Who?
The cop.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I liked him a lot.
Of course, the way they brought him in, he was easily the most sympathetic and likable.
Yeah.
Immediately. And so then she goes to the engagement party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And see, all right, so I don't really, it depends on the scenario. I don't really, sometimes gross out humor is funny if
you're getting ready to tell me that you don't
if it
like
hits the right spot. Huh?
You didn't like the scene in the bridal shop. Is that what you're getting ready to say?
Well, I wasn't headed quite there yet.
There was nothing else gross.
I'm just saying, well, but there was. I mean, that the girl that had the tattoo.
Oh,
we
yeah.
totally skipped that part.
Well, that
what was that? Was that a friend of hers? And the girl that she was staying with. They were brother and sister, right?
Yeah, I think she was staying with the brother, and then he had the sister move in with that. That was a weird.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now,
very weird.
Now, like, all right. So to let you know how my sense of humor works, the infected tattoo, that was not too funny. But then when she went in the kitchen because they told her to put frozen peas on it,
mm-hmm.
and she opened the bag and poured peas down, that was funny.
That was funny.
So yeah,
and that was Rebel Wilson, right?
Yeah.
Which I like her. You don't like her?
I've not really seen her too much. I keep seeing a movie that she did with Anne Hathaway. I keep seeing the poster of it, and I keep wondering.
Keto, and she's lost like 100 pounds. She looks amazing.
Does she?
Google her, yeah.
So I look at that one and I wonder that could be funny or it could just be terrible.
She's kind of the same kind of character that you don't like about Melissa McCarthy. She's the
Really?
same obnoxious, heavy set, like uses that type of comedy.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think she's hilarious.
So we're at the bridal announcement party thing, and I kind of like that a little bit, especially the awkward scene with Annie and Helen.
All right.
I got the character names right.
The toast scene.
Yeah.
What about the car? Her crappy car that she rolled up in. That was funny.
Yeah, but I really like the awkwardness. It reminded me of The Office a little bit.
I don't know about all that, but
come on,
read that they ad-libbed a whole lot of that.
Really?
Yeah.
When they're going back and forth and it gets super awkward.
Yeah.
And especially when Annie broke out in the song.
Yeah.
That was so awkward. It was one of those painful scenes that really reminded me of The Office.
Or where she tries to communicate with her with just a look.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Let's see. Well, if I can get my cursor to work, we'll see what your husband has to say about this. The movie Rebel Wilson did with Anne Hathaway is a female remake of the classic Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Michael Caine and Steve Martin.
Okay.
That is not information that helps me want to see it because I'm tired of people
Remaking movies
remaking classic movies.
with a female cast. Is that what you're trying to say? Does that bother
Yeah,
you?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Huh.
No, I don't care. I don't care who the cast is. It's this. It rubs me the wrong way. Just like the announcement that they're getting ready to remake Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Are they?
It doesn't make. Yeah, they're getting ready to remake that, and that makes no sense. There is absolutely no way anyone tops Steve Martin and John Candy in the original Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So why remake it? And I would say the same thing. How are you going to top Steve Martin and Michael Caine?
I don't think I've seen that.
That might be one of the few. I don't know that I've sat down and watched the whole thing, but why haven't I? Because those are Steve Martin's probably my favorite comedic actor of all time.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, because if you're looking at comedy movies, I would say that he's got at least two in my top five, and that would be The Jerk and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Huh.
I mean, both of those movies are just outstanding, and then so many other ones. He was so great in Bowfinger, which I didn't think I would like when I first watched Bowfinger, but it turned out it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, the only person that would probably come close in my book to Steve Martin would be Bill Murray.
Oh.
You don't like Bill Murray?
I love Bill Murray.
Okay.
I think Steve Martin wouldn't come close to Bill Murray.
Really?
Really?
Well, Bill is awfully good.
Okay.
I guess on my list he'd be right behind. Yeah, he'd be right behind. I don't know. Bill's got some great ones. Like What About Bob? That'd probably be
we should
top
do that.
5 for me. Groundhog Day. I like those movies even better than some of his classics like Striped.
What About Bob is probably one of my absolute favorite movies of all time.
You wouldn't have to twist my arm
to
do one on What About Bob because I love that movie.
I do too.
And it was shot in Roanoke, close to where a buddy of mine lives, Roanoke, Virginia. But yeah, it's that's a one of those that's absolute classic for me.
I have the shirt, like the blue shirt that says "Don't hassle me. I'm on vacation." I've never worn it, but I have it.
Let's see. We have a comment. Going back to Psycho, they did a remake with Vince Vaughn in their Anthony Perkins role, but they did it shot for shot the same as the original. It bombed because why redo it? Exactly.
Vince Vaughn, the tall guy?
Yeah, we're talking. He was in Old School, wasn't he?
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn. I could see where he could stretch and maybe play. I mean, Kevin James just played a killer in a movie.
What's the movie?
Becky? Was that the name of it? Or something of that nature?
I think we're drifting too far.
Yeah, we are drifting too far. So we were talking. All right, were we talking about?
Singing.
What were we talking
about? The staring, communicating with a look.
Oh yeah, about the awkwardness of that scene. Yeah, I thought that was. I did enjoy that. How
did we get all the way to Vince Vaughn from that?
Because we started with a comment about Rebel Wilson and Anne Hathaway doing a remake, and then I went on a tangent.
Vince's fault.
And so after that, what was the next scene?
don't the four of them, all four bridesmaids, take Lillian out to lunch?
Lunch and then try on dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I think that scene was amazing.
The dress trying on of the dresses.
Yes.
That's where I was. That's what I was kind of leading up to. Now I don't, like I said, I don't typically like gross out humor. But I would be lying if I said I didn't laugh out loud when that one girl from The Office puked up on the back of the other girl's head.
Ellie Kempler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
other girl actually is in The Office as well. She played the concierge in Canada. When Michael gets sent to Canada. That's a fact you didn't really need, but they were both in The Office.
Okay. I've seen her in other stuff, but I couldn't remember where I'd seen her. I figured it was other comedies.
When they're playing tennis, do you remember when they're playing tennis? Helen's partner, when they're playing doubles, is Steve Carell's wife.
Oh, okay.
All kinds of knowledge up here.
Anything Office related?
Yes.
I have a ringer. If I ever get into an Office trivia battle, you're my ringer.
All right.
I will definitely be calling you.
Now, what about the lava? You didn't think that was hilarious? It's coming out of me like lava when she jumps up on the sink.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Yeah, that was. Oh, but you have to think. Surely that's happened before. Well, I don't know how often do people get botulism or food poisoning or what have you, but it wouldn't be. You wouldn't think it would be out of the realm of possibility that a bridal party would go out and eat and maybe get something bad, and right before they went out to try on something, and
I don't know if it ever happened, but I don't know. What about when Maya Rudolph is running across the street and she just has to stop?
Oh my gosh! I mean, it's like, yeah. I mean, yeah. That you almost think that's had to happen before for people to even think of that, or they're just brilliant writers.
I don't know.
But yeah, that was quite a scene, and I'll take my hat off to the makeup people, because when Kristen Wiig was standing there and Helen was kind of in her face and making her eat that almond,
yeah,
she looked sick, and I know it's just they probably whitened up her makeup a lot and kind of.
See, I think that's gross. Like, that actually makes me, because it's got the sweats all beaten off of her face. Yeah. That's actually hard for me to watch.
Yeah, but I mean,
I can watch her puke in her hair, but that part I can't watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, she looked like she was going to fall out at any second. So you got to take your hats off to the makeup people, because they made her look deathly ill. And then how can you not feel for that? even though it's a movie. I mean, to watch this poor bride run across the street and then just have to sit in the middle. How do you recover?
I don't know. I couldn't. I would have to just walk away.
Oh, and then is this when we get to Annie making plans for their getaway?
Yes. Yeah.
And that's kind of where I lost it. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm terrible for watching movies and drifting every now and then. and I drifted a little bit, and I was trying to, but I didn't have a whole lot of time to go back and rewatch. I know everybody didn't like the idea of going to the cabin in the woods. They all wanted Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where they boarded the plane to go to? But I never saw Vegas. I remember this is where I kind of drifted a little bit.
Kicked off the plane.
Oh, before they got there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you didn't see the plane, any of the scenes on the plane, because those were funny.
I did, but I couldn't tell where they were going. I guess I lost just enough that I wasn't sure exactly where they were going, and then it seemed like they left and landed, and then next thing I know, she's getting pulled over by her boyfriend again. Well, not her boyfriend, but the guy that she liked.
That help me, I'm poor part hilarious.
Do what now?
Where she says, "Help me, I'm poor." When she's getting kicked out of first class.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, all of that was great, and then Rose got her loopy.
Yeah.
And I actually liked Melissa McCarthy's stuff during that whole time with that dude sitting next to her.
The air marshal?
The air marshal.
You know that's her husband?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think he's in almost all of her movies in some way. Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that, but I thought those bits were funny, and of course him acting like he just is not interested at all, and
she just keeps on
pushing
Instagram, it, and that's what they were for Halloween this year. They were those two.
Oh, okay, but yeah. So that whole thing falling apart. That part was funny, especially her running up and down the aisle. And I was waiting to see her get tased.
When she sees the colonial woman churning butter on the wing, that was funny.
Yeah.
She calls the flight attendant Stove. His name's Steve. There was all kinds of funny bits in that.
Yeah. And then I guess they got kicked off. And then is that when she? All right. So then she gets in the car and gets stopped by the dude again.
Mm-hmm. Hasn't got her brakes fixed yet.
No. Is that when did they hook up at that point, or no? They went out. Didn't they go out and start picking people off with the radar gun?
Yeah.
And yeah, so they were just kind of like building the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll have to help me because I can't remember.
Oh, this is your show, man. I guess, and then they get married and live happily ever after.
No, is all right. So from there, are we going to the actual shower, or is that am I jumping something there?
I don't recall. I really don't. I think we go to the actual shower. Yeah.
Let me pull up Bridesmaids Wikipedia and see.
I don't think anything else too important happens. What about when she tears that cookie up?
She didn't. Now remember, this is when right before she goes to the bridal shower. That's when she's at work, and she gets into it with that little blonde-haired girl.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, and what she's saying she was getting fired. Don't tell my mom.
Yeah, because her mom. How weird was her mom? Her mom was an AA sponsor.
Oh yeah, we haven't even touched on her mom. Her mom was going to AA meetings because the stories touched her.
Yeah, she was a sponsor just because she liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, that I liked her mom, but
Yeah.
she wasn't really in much of the movie. But the part she was in
They were funny.
was pretty good. But yeah, that was funny going to AA meetings because she liked it. Um, uh, and then that's when we get to the bridal shower, and that scene was all right. She just kind of flipped out. I can't remember what
Oh
pushed
no, it
her
was
over the
hilarious.
edge.
I don't remember what pushed her over the edge either, but it was funny. She goes and she like that big giant cookie that they had, and she
Oh yeah,
punches it, knocks it over, and
yeah. And I thought that I was just waiting for her to knock over that big chocolate thing.
the fountain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, she gets mad because Helen gets Lillian a trip to Paris as a gift, and it pushes her over the edge.
Well, that's right. That's
and
right.
She just gives her like a little box of memories. Yeah.
That's right. And that's when she flipped out and wrestled with the cookie, the giant cookie. And yeah, it almost kind of caught me off guard. I guess I didn't catch it when they first went in, but the dogs as a wedding as a you get a dog when you go to a party. There's Eric showing up to the party.
That's about
We've
time.
already been talking about you. Has your ears been burning, Eric? Because I was blaming you for my watching this movie.
So and then Melissa McCarthy takes home. That's a funny scene where you see her in the van and she's got like
she's got all the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good. All right, and then we go from there. Then I guess it's just the continual downward spiral. Did she end up? She ended up going back with the guy that the cop. Is that when they finally hooked up?
The cop, her and her and John Hamm. Because her car breaks down, and the cops come to help her, but she had already called John Hamm to come pick her up. What are you doing? What's happening?
I'm these headphones really pick up, and I think my neighbors were probably walking real heavy on the floor upstairs, and it was making. I couldn't tell if it was what was vibrating. So, yeah, I don't want to be that YouTuber that gets killed during a live stream because I wasn't paying attention to what's going on. Ellie Kemper from Bridesmaids. I think she's
from The Office, just so you know, not Bridesmaids.
That's what. There we go. That's Mandy for you. So I knew that's what celebrity.
Oh my God! There's nobody there.
What is that thumping though? Yeah, they're just walking hard, and it's amazing though. But it sounds crazy on these headphones. Yeah, she's cute. I always liked her on The Office. But she's not my biggest crush on this film. So we've already determined.
We have determined.
So then we
that it's Rebel Wilson's brother.
Rebel Wilson's brother is doing what?
I thought we were talking about your biggest crush on the movie.
Yeah, no, and
creepy.
Oh my gosh, and I can't remember exactly where in all of that, but when it was before they kicked her out, and she was in the bathroom,
There
and
was
he
a
was
tub to go.
telling his sister to lift her arm. No, no. I was like, come on now. Let's keep some lines of decency here now. Didn't want to see that. Don't need to see that. But we are, yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's kind of hard to keep all of the scenes. There were so many scenes, trying to keep them all straight.
Yeah.
So this was part of the downward spiral of losing the job, losing the place where she lived. She hooked up with that dude and then ran out. What was that about?
With the cop?
Yeah.
I don't know why she ran out. I guess because he bought her all this stuff.
Wanted to bake with her?
Yeah, and I guess that was like a bad memory of her cake baby days. So she ran away.
That scene didn't quite work for me.
Well, I'll let people know.
Huh?
We'll let people know. It didn't work for Dale.
Well, I mean, it just didn't. To me, it didn't really. It didn't really help me understand what was going on with her. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But then again, that's, people
maybe
act
they
odd.
needed to build up so that she could win him back.
Yeah.
Storyline going, because then she ends up baking him that cake, leaving it on his steps, and
yeah,
raccoons eat it.
Yeah. Okay. So she loses her job. She loses her boyfriend. At some point, she hooked up with
Ted.
Ted. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm. She ends up moving back in with her mom.
Yeah. And I remember she hooked back up with Ted at some point, and that didn't go good. And so what was the next big thing that happened?
Then I think Lillian goes missing.
No, well, before that though, I guess maybe that was the end of the downward spiral, and then she got the visit from Melissa,
which was a great scene.
Yeah. Now I did like that.
Yeah.
I did like her in that scene. McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
What about that crazy talk on the couch though?
About life kicking her?
Yeah, well, not only that, but about then she starts that crazy talk about working for the government.
Oh, yeah.
I wish they had hinted more.
Elaborated more on that, yeah.
Yeah, but it would make sense because she knew that guy was a marshal on the plane.
Yeah.
Even though he was trying his best not to admit to it.
I'm remembering back to the scene where she shows up where Annie shows up at the party and she's standing next to that older man, and Melissa McCarthy thinks that's her boyfriend. She says, "Is that your fella?"
Yeah. But I would have liked to. I wish they would have hinted back toward the end that was legit. That she really.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of funny, but I liked her in that. I thought it was a good spot in the movie where to kind of snap her out of it, and
yeah.
Because at that point, I might have been having a hard time relating to Kristen with Annie, just because she seems to be continuously just making
bad choices,
dumb mistakes, but at some point, what really connects you to her, and I guess trying to have a new start and fix, be a little more self-aware and pull things together. That kind of, you could relate to that. I could relate to that a little bit better. than just continuously just going from bad mistake to bad mistake. And
Yeah. So then from there, she starts trying to fix all of her mess ups. And that's actually when she makes him the cake, and she tries reaching out to Lillian, who's no longer speaking to her.
Yeah.
Not answering her calls. Yeah.
And then we start coming home because Helen has to come ask for her help.
Yes, because Lillian's missing. And she goes, now this was a great scene too, when she goes to the cop to try to help her find
that
her.
may have been my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Yeah, that was funny.
The whole trying to get that cop to respond to her.
Yeah.
That might have been my favorite because I like the physical comedy. I like the that kind of slapstick, visual humor, and so I appreciated that. And I like the development of Helen's character, where you realize why she's doing all of what she's doing is because she doesn't have any female friends.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like that.
Another person from the office, Helen's husband, was David Wallace, who was the CEO of Dunder Mifflin in the office.
I did not even recognize him.
Andy Buckley.
I didn't notice him enough to recognize him from. Well, now at this point, though, I have to tell you, I was watching the movie on one streaming source,
playing video games on another.
And it quit right when Melissa McCarthy was on top of Annie.
Okay.
And this is like 7:00. And so I'm desperately trying to find this movie on another source so I can finish it.
Into tonight's
Huh?
I'm very disappointed in your effort tonight.
And so, yeah, it was like 7:05 when I got to watch that last half hour. So, yeah. So if I missed some cameos or something, what?
Eric, no.
Come on, Eric.
No.
We gotta get you watching The Office, buddy.
I don't have any words. Okay, yes, Parks and Rec is great. Yes.
Yeah, and actually, Parks and Rec is what I need to get into next.
So listen, Eric, here's your only mission for the rest of the year until January. You got to watch The Office seasons 1 through 9 immediately because they're going to take it off of Netflix January 1st. Get on it. Start right now. Just log off of YouTube. Get on Netflix right now. Urgent.
Come on. We don't have that big of an audience that you can just chase people away.
We can make up that one.
Mid live stream.
Go.
So, okay, now I've lost my train of thought again. Oh, we were talking about me trying to catch back up. And so we got to the point where, so what we got left? We just got the wedding left?
Well, they find her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a good scene.
Guess where she was?
Bye forever. What have you done?
Goodbye. It's like if you're gonna go watch The Office, I don't care. If we lose you from the site, it has to be done. Goodbye.
Oh wow, man.
He'll be back.
Yeah, well, so we have the scene then where she finds Lillian.
Mm-hmm.
I like that scene. I did like that scene.
But what? How come nobody could find this woman at her own house?
Well, I You would think that's the first place they would have went, right?
You would think so. Yes.
See, I was thinking they were setting up when they started to look for her. I thought they were setting up that Annie would be the one person to know where she would go.
Home.
Apparently, she didn't, and she was home, and they needed, and they had to break 20 laws to get a cop to track the cell phone. Yeah, that was kind of funny, but I did like the interaction there, and I liked the fact that what struck me as
is Eric really
being,
on? I feel bad.
I don't know.
Did he really log off?
No,
Don't
he's
leave
still
us,
here.
Eric. Okay.
Uh,
Oh my
also,
God!
Rashida
No,
Jones.
I gotta speak on this. Rashida Jones is in The Office. She's not just on Parks and Rec. Is he trying to get me going? Does he know? Because she's not from Parks and Rec. She's from The Office. She's Jim's girlfriend. Her name's Karen. You gotta watch The Office.
Oh,
Okay.
that reminds me of one of my favorite Michael Scott lines. You look kind of ethnic. Was your dad in the army?
Yeah.
Anyway, now you're going to tell me Rashida Jones was in this movie and I missed it somehow, right?
She was not in this movie, no, but
Okay.
she's in The Office.
So what I liked about it though was there was no having when they saw each other, there was no having to rehash anything.
Mm-hmm.
That struck me as that felt like they had been friends forever.
Yeah.
Because at a moment like that, you're not going to go through all that. You're just going to be friends again. And Aretha, this is what I have to put up with. You talk about me being unprofessional.
You're fired, Aretha. Okay, now on to the wedding.
Yeah. Wedding was all right.
It was tacky.
Huh?
What was with that water stuff?
Yeah, it was so kind of anticlimactic at that point. I'm sure Wilson Phillips appreciated having a job. I hadn't heard from them in 20, 30 years?
I've never heard from them, so okay.
Yeah. And I don't think I guess they got a paycheck out of it. That was good. Yeah, very forgettable pop group, but it looked like they had fun. But yeah, at that point, the actual wedding didn't do much for me. I've never been a Pamela Anderson cookie cutter celebrity crush guy.
Pamela Anderson is also on The Office. You need to watch.
Was she?
But he needs to watch. He needs to watch The Office.
Yeah, Pamela Anderson. There were times she was all right, but yeah, I've never been much of a blonde guy. Yeah, so I probably enjoyed the aftermath of the wedding.
I hear that. What is that?
That's Aretha. She's coughing.
This is great content.
I'm telling you, we got it going on tonight. If I can get my camera back. You all right? No. Well, that's the thing about calicos. They got that long hair. Sometimes they get a hairball. Let's see. Yeah, Eric.
And then the wedding. Oh.
Yep.
That's an Office quote. So you've watched it and you're just messing with me?
No telling. So we're talking about the wrapping up of the wedding. And I'm trying to remember.
If Pam would have married Roy, her name was going to be Pamela Anderson. I just got that. I'm sorry. Good job, Eric. But she
Roy's last name was Anderson?
Yeah.
Okay. So he has watched The Office.
He has had to. He just quoted it. How do we give him like a medal, like a badge? Top fan badge.
I don't know. I'll have to try to figure out because he's here for me all the time. He's here on Saturday nights for the NFL stuff when he can get in from work, and he's been making our live stream. So, yeah, and he has a channel too.
Oh yeah,
has a great vinyl channel, and very down to earth. You would probably like his, even though you're probably not into records at all. You'd probably enjoy Eric has a very good conversational, laid back kind of channel, and yeah, he's got an easy way with it.
Post the link in the comments. Check it out.
I just want to lie on the beach and eat hot dogs. That's all I've ever wanted.
He's watched The Office. God bless you, Eric. I was so worked up. I want to eat pigs in a blanket.
That almost reminded me of a quote from Harvey, but just a little different. We keep going back and forth from the end of this. I'm trying to remember exactly what all was said. I like the exchange between
Melissa McCarthy puts a loaded gun in
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I don't think we've mentioned throughout this whole thing that the guy Lillian is marrying is Melissa McCarthy's brother. That's how she ended up being a bridesmaid.
Okay.
Dougie. That's his name. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that would have made her sisters with the blonde-haired lady.
No, she's the groom's sister. That's how she got into the bridal party.
Okay.
Which we should have mentioned 45 minutes ago.
That's right. I keep forgetting the other brother that she was staying with and his sister. They don't have anything to do with this crew at all.
No.
Yeah. But I like the exchange between Annie and Rose.
And then they leave for their honeymoon, and what's his name? Chris O'Doul? Does that sound right?
Yeah. Then he picked her up at the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
and he puts her in the back seat and he pushes her head, like cops do.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a decent way to, I guess, to wrap it up. All in all, maybe I liked the movie a little bit more than I thought I did.
I told you it's a great movie. I told you 5 years ago it was a great movie.
Just don't knock anything over, please. Yeah, I guess it was. I definitely, I guess I had my reservations when the thing opened up, and we're kind of getting. I'm not huge on crude sex humor. I'm not big on gross out humor. And I guess I thought we were getting ready to go too much in that vein. But I guess in hindsight, there was some good substance to the movie. It wasn't just So yeah, I didn't have the same feeling about it that I did. I mean, if I'm going to talk about quit, you don't need to chew on that. I guess if I'm going to talk about comedies that really didn't set well with me at all, it'd be stuff like Sandler's Remember the Zohan, that was just so crude and disgusting that I just want to wash it from my mind. And I don't mean that to say I hate. I like. There's some Adam Sandler movies I like, but there's some that when they're really bad, they're really bad. And Zohan's one of them. That Western he did for Netflix a couple years ago was terrible. Yeah, so I'm not big on that. I will admit, and I've had this discussion with somebody before. I'll have to admit that I'm probably more of a fan of comedies before the mid '90s. So my favorite type actors in comedies would be like Martin, Bill Murray, Tom Hanks when he did funny movies.
That one time.
Well, no, I mean he did several in the '80s and early '90s, and he became a serious actor. And I'm not saying that he doesn't still make good movies, but nothing like the classics like Big or Splash or The Burbs, which I think is a classic movie.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And Dragnet. I love Dragnet with Dan Aykroyd. That's my type of comedy. And when we get into the mid '90s, Adam Sandler is very hit and miss for me.
Oh, don't get me started on Adam Sandler. I'm like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. I don't care about the rest of it.
I liked Happy Gilmore. Hated Billy Madison.
Oh my god.
And loved Wedding Singer.
I didn't like The Wedding Singer.
Loved Anger Management. But I have no desire to watch that one, My Boy or something like that. I forget, but he's got some that I just look at and think, yeah, that doesn't interest me at all. And I don't think he's done very much. I don't think he's made very many good movies off of Netflix. I think Adam's problem is he's good when he's got a major studio behind him that will, like he did for Pixels, which I thought was a good movie. When he's got someone to rein him in, but if he's left to his own devices, he thinks everything he does is funny.
Yeah, he's got a Netflix Halloween movie that is awful.
Oh, I heard about that. Hubie Halloween.
Yeah.
Is that not good?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Waterboy. Waterboy was good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we've got another Vinyl community member. Her name's Beth. She comes sometimes pops in on our NFL live streams and going, "You guys talking about that foosball?" Then she leaves. Yeah. So for me, that's kind of where comedy started to really kind of die. And then we got Will Ferrell, who I think can be talented, but I generally don't like his movies generally. And then there's Seth Rogen.
He was also on The Office.
Yeah, and then there's Seth Rogen, who has no talent. I don't know how he ever got to be anything. I've got a list on Letterboxd, or there's a movie website called Letterboxd. You wrote some
I did,
some brilliant movie. Man, I'm so sorry you gave that up because I loved reading your reviews.
If I could find my login, I'd go back. I did enjoy that for a little while.
Yeah, that was your reviews were brilliant, and yeah, I've got a list on there of Seth Rogen's movies that don't suck, and Green Hornet's the only movie on the list. So yeah, I guess I am an old school comedy guy.
Let's do an older one next time. We can go back and forth from old to modern.
Okay. I was thinking earlier today, maybe we should for our next movie we should do Jimmy Stewart in Harvey.
I have never seen it.
It is a wonderful movie. If I'm not mistaken, Harvey is based off of. Did you ever read any James Thurber in school?
No.
Thurber was kind of a. Let me make sure I'm thinking right. Let me look up Harvey here on Wikipedia.
Now we need to do a poll also.
Yeah. Let's see who the writer was. Harvey is a 1950 American comedy drama film based on. No, it's not Thurber. It's based on Mary Chase's 1944 play of the same name.
Oh, I read a lot of Mary Chase in school.
And starring James Stewart and Josephine Hull. And I'll just tell you this one line. The story is about a man whose best friend is a puka named Harvey in the form of a 6-foot, 3.5-inch invisible rabbit.
We talked about this
last time. We talked about it last week, I believe.
Okay.
And but I was just thinking if we wanted to go back and do another classic film, Harvey is absolutely top notch, and really, I guess I probably just enjoy comedies from more classic eras because the dialogue was a lot more clever to me.
Okay, I can look up that, see where we can find it. I am not available next Wednesday. I'll be driving.
Okay, so we will do this next live stream. Well, do you want to do a special Tuesday night, or do you just want to skip a week, or
whatever you want? It's fine with me.
Let's do Tuesday night.
Okay, we're going to get the dog. We leave Wednesday. The new dog.
Okay. So next Tuesday night will be what, the 10th?
Yes, it is my husband's birthday, so I will give you 45 minutes.
Oh, no. Well, what about the 12th?
Is it Thursday? It's Thursday. I'll still be. We're gonna be gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just go for the 18th. We'll take a week off.
Okay.
And we'll do one on the 18th. As we work this out live.
Our schedules. Everybody's real interested.
Yeah. So we'll and next time when we do it, we get to see a new puppy.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Moira Rose.
What's her name?
Creek. Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek. Have you watched Schitt's Creek yet?
Oh
my God, Dale.
Where can I see that? Netflix?
Netflix, yeah.
I actually picked Netflix up again since I've dropped cable.
Okay.
And I can go watch that.
Get past the first 2 episodes. Keep going. It's great.
Oh, it picks up after that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So anybody who's still watching this, if in the future, if you have any more suggestions, again, leave them in the comments. Again, go like the Facebook page, Dolph and Dale, the new page, and
Tell them how to spell. Oh, they can spell it on your screen there. Never mind.
Yeah, and you can keep up with what we're doing there. And don't forget, we also have the contest, Type 1 Diabetes Awareness Contest. Lots of great prizes, $50, 2 books, and a session with Mandy's husband, Vin, for either screenwriting or acting, whichever one floats your boat. And yeah, so that's it.
Also, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
I gotta promote the play if anybody's watching.
Oh yeah,
Day
go
at the
ahead.
White House. Look it up on Facebook, or go to our website, academyartspress.com, and look under the plays section.
And look for A Day
at the White House.
A Day at the White House.
Yes, by the brilliant Ben Morreale. And it is imagining like Groucho Marx and the Three Stooges, that era in the White House. It's a musical. It's wonderful.
The Kentucky Television and Film Hall of Fame inductee, Vin Morreale.
Yes. More famously known as my husband. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So it's been fun. We'll hope to see everybody in 2 weeks. Same bat channel, same bat time, same bat channel for Harvey.
Same bat time.
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, same bat time, so we can get you ready for your same bedtime.
It's past my bedtime.
Yeah. So, all right. It's been fun. Hope everyone's doing well, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.